Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Bartel back for some more math. So we're finishing Unit 6, Lesson 6 today. And this is where we were using, yesterday we were using the distributive property and breaking the rectangles down into, breaking one of the side lengths down rather into friendlier numbers to find the area. Okay, so it's looking like here that they're giving you area. They're telling you what the area is. And then here, they're telling you what the perimeter is. And you have missing side lengths. And that is what we have to find, the missing side lengths. So the ones with area, that's going to be length times width is the area. So that's going to be pretty easy. The perimeter is a little bit trickier. So I'm going to focus on all of the area problems right now. So I'm going to look. 14 is area. 17 is area. 19 is area. 20 is area. So I want to stick with just area for right now so I'm not hopping back and forth, okay? So basically we are looking for what number times 8 is 72. So if you're counting by 8s, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72. So how many is that? 9. So the missing length is 9 centimeters, and you have to specify that. You have to specify a length there. Okay, so this one looks like we're going to be doing counting by 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. There we go. So our missing is 8 centimeters. Once again, you have to specify. All right, so I think I left off on 56 up here. 7, counting by 7s again. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. So that will be 9 centimeters. You have to specify that side length. Ooh, 7s again. 7, 14, 21, 28. So our missing is 4. And again, you have to specify the centimeters there. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Doing your count bys, that should have been pretty simple. Now finding perimeter. So this is a little bit more complicated, but it's not going to be hard, boys and girls, I promise you. It's going to be easy once you understand what you're supposed to be doing. So remember, if you are thinking about perimeter, you're adding up all of the sides, right, to figure that out. They give you a number, and they only give you one side length. But think about what you know about rectangles. If A is 12, B must measure 12. So this also is 12 centimeters. Think about what 12 and 12 add up to. 12 and 12. And if you don't know, you should be writing it down. But that adds up to 24. So now we're missing 2 side lengths. We don't know what these 2 are, but we know the total is 38. So I'm going to take the 38 and I'm going to subtract out what I already know. I already know I have 24 with this side length and this side length. So between these 2 sides, they're going to equal 14. This side has to be the same length as this side because it's a rectangle. So think about what 2 numbers that are the same add up to 14. 14 divided into 2 equal parts, 7, right? 7 and 7 is 14. So there's our missing length for the perimeter. It's centimeters. So this is 7 and this is 7. Okay, do you see what we did there? I'll do another one with you. I'm not going to do all of them. I want you to make sure you're doing some on your own. So if this is 64, so if this is 24, think about what this side would be. It's a rectangle, Remember, A equals B and C equals D. So if this is 24, this is 24. And when you double 24, what do you get? So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add 24 and 24. Remember, if you can't do that mentally, you need to be writing it down, right? There's nothing wrong with writing that out for yourself. Okay, so now you have 48. You know that this side and this side equal 48 centimeters. And you know your total is 64. So we're going to take what we have out of the 64. So I'm going to write 64 over here, and I'm going to subtract out 48. Okay? Remember, bigger bottom, better borrow. Unless you're drawing your place value models to subtract, that's fine too. 14 take 8 away. 5 take away 4, 16. So between this side and this side, they're going to add up to 16. Think about what 16 divided into 2 equal parts is. Same number, 16 divided by 2. It's 8. And I want you to think to yourself how ridiculous this is, because if this is 8, I don't get how this could be 24, but it doesn't matter for the picture's quite obviously off, big time, right? It should look more like something like this, right? But it doesn't. I mean, if this is 24, then 8 should be like that. But it's okay. So it's 8 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to write out directions to myself on how to find perimeter. So I take the side I know, take side length I know, and double it, right? That's what we did. We took the side length we knew, right here, and we doubled it. 12 and 12 was 24. Then we're going to subtract that total from the perimeter. Subtract that total from the perimeter. Remember, they gave us the perimeter. Okay. Then the third step. The third step, after I subtracted that out, I took my new total and I divided it by 2 to get the missing side length. So take that total and divide it by 2. All right? So that should help you, boys and girls, with 18 and 21. Those are the only two you have to do independently on this side. Okay? Hopefully that helps you. You may want to pause the video right there if you're doing this actually with me. You may want to pause it right there just so you can have notes for yourself. All right? Okay, looking at the back, these are all word problems. And they want us to draw rectangles to represent the situation that they're telling us. So there are a lot of problems here. I think I will go through doing, I'm not going to do them all. I think I may do evens. And then you can like make sure you're doing odds independently. Okay. Alexander and his grandfather are tiling their rectangular kitchen floor, and they need to use 42 tiles. Okay, so it's a rectangular floor, and they need to use 42 tiles. They're probably square tiles, boys and girls. Okay, and they're making rows of 7. So groups of 7. So what do we know? What number times 7 is 42? That's how you'll solve that problem for how many rows. Okay? Alrighty, number 24. If I have time, I'll go back and do 23. I don't want to make these videos too long. Martha is making a quilt. She has 63 squares ready to sew together. So a quilt is like a blanket, and I'm going to draw a rectangle here. So it's going to be 63 square, they're not tiles, they're just squares. They're square fabrics, right? The fabric, they're little squares, and you sew them all together. It makes a quilt. All right, so she's making a quilt. She has 63 squares ready to sew together, and she wants it to be 9 rows long. So 9 rows by something. What number do you multiply 9 by to get 63? That's what this will be. So it's 63 divided by 9 is going to be however many squares in each row. So I'm not sure if you remember how to count by nines. I don't want to sing it on here, but you should know how to count by nines, and then you should also know another strategy that I taught you, right? The tens, and then you subtract out. So think about that. All right, down to number 26. Mr. Baker wants to use all of a 48-inch strip of oak trim. So he has this big giant piece of wood, and it's 48 inches long. And he's going to put that trim around a box that he plans to make. The box is going to be 14 inches wide. How long will the box be? This is like, so this is going to be our perimeter right there, because it's going to go all the way around the box. Now the rectangle I'm making may not be accurate, but he's going to trim it out. So we know that the perimeter is going to be 48 inches, okay? And he wants to make it 12 inches wide. So one of the sides, or he wants to make it 14 inches wide. One of our side lengths is 14. Okay, so remember, we just did this on the other side. If we know one of the side lengths is 14, if A is 14, B is 14. And if you add those up, right, 14 and 14, it's 28. 4 and 4 is 8, and 10 and 10 is 20, 28. If you take 48, your total, and subtract what you have, you'll have this and this. And together, C and D equal 20. So you divide that in half. So 20 divided by 2 is 10 inches. So there's our missing, there's the missing length. How long is the box? 10 inches. Okay. All right, boys and girls, so there are 2 problems that I did not do with you. Hopefully, you will be able to work on those. And if you get stuck and you can't figure it out, don't do them. That's all. Just try your best. It's not a big deal. I don't expect perfection. I'm not there to help you. And you're not there to work with a partner like we would normally be breaking into groups, and there would be 3 brains together trying to solve them. So just do the best you can. All right. Bye.